throughout the channel, I haven't made any theory about any of the circus members being evil or not, but I did kinda make some couple theories on Jax and his wickedness. But this video is about who can be trusted in the digital circus. Now, this theory will be made into multiple videos because I believe that any of the circus members can easily betray each other. The Amazing Digital Circus is quite popular because the pilot episode had 321 million views, and crazy enough, the second episode got 76 million views within just 2 weeks. And a quick fun fact, I actually watched the premiere. But let's go back to the theory. Those 2 episodes, we pretty much see how the circus works and what Kane's philosophy is. And I'm talking about how he runs the circus. The circus members do an introduction, they complete an adventure, use their free time and have dinner together. But in episode 2, they didn't have an introduction at the start, so I might be a bit wrong on this. But one thing is for sure, is that the circus members probably do the same things every single day. But after all, they're humans, and presumably every person has a little wickedness inside of them, just as every person has something good inside of them. So in this video, I'll be talking about the main character, Pomni. And I ask you this question: can she be trusted? She was the whole focus in episode 1, and that's pretty much also when she got teleported into the circus. Throughout the first episode, we pretty much see Pomni being doubtful of everything, and who wouldn't be after being teleported into a cartoonish circus show? I know I would. But this doubtfulness and always questioning things might actually explain her whole character. Let's actually dive into the theory. We don't know much about the circus members' past, but we can go on about their past from how they behave, speak, and most importantly, their age. I did actually make a theory about the circus members' past, in which I of course spoke about Pomni's past, but in this theory, I'll be going another direction. So after finishing this one, you can go watch the other one and get 2 different views on Pomni. We know that Pomni is 25, meaning that she's the 3rd oldest member, with Kinger being the oldest and Ragatha being the 2nd oldest. So what is the typical 25-year-old? They are probably undergoing some kind of education, or they just graduated and is on the move to get a job. So theorizing from the typical 25-year-old, I believe that Pomni is still undergoing some kind of education, because she said she got teleported into the circus because she took on some weird headset.
How do I take this headset off?
Just keep grabbing at it. That works for all of us.
What's going on? I put on some weird headset and now I'm here.
And from this clip, you might say she was probably just at home on her PC and that's when she got teleported. But I don't believe so. And this actually builds on my theory, because I believe her to have been teleported into the circus from one of these school's laptops/desktops. She mentioned that she got teleported by a weird headset, so not a headset from her home, so presumably her school/university. But what is Pomni in the digital circus? As I mentioned in my past video about the unused characters, I said she was a clown, but I got hit up in the comment section correcting me on Pomni being a jester and not a clown. So of course, my bad on that. It's not really the most common knowledge to humankind, me. So I'll give a quick explanation on it and why her being a jester might support my theory about her not being trustworthy. So what is a jester? Throughout history, a jester was a professional entertainer employed by a noble or a royal court to entertain guests with jokes, songs, and even acrobatic feats. But most importantly, they wore colorful and eccentric clothes. And just like Pomni, she literally wears really colorful and eccentric clothing. But we still haven't seen the joke side from her yet. But in episode 2, we could categorize her stretched and elongated arm as an acrobatic feat.
Ah, that's perfect. Just hold that pose. I gotta get something.
How does her being a jester help with my theory of her not being trustworthy? Well, because a jester was someone who could make fun of the kings in that historical time. Of all the people in that specific kingdom, a jester had the power to make fun of the king but of course not being immune to the X. So with Pomni having that role in the digital circus, it means that she can make jokes about the circus members or even Kane. But what are those jokes? It could be a normal joke as to her speaking, or she could potentially perform a joke on them. That joke could be anything. We saw Jax throwing Pomni out of the truck in episode 2.
To be assertive, like this.
Hey! Jax!
Ah, that's perfect. Just hold that pose. I gotta get something.
And as to her potential revenge, she could do something entirely worse than just throwing Jax out of a vehicle. Technically, it could be a possibility since she's a jester, but the circus members don't need to aggravate Pomni since we might see in upcoming episodes the true side to Pomni, the real jester side. But let's talk about her relationship with the circus members. From both episodes, we can clearly see that Ragatha wants to have a bond with Pomni. From the start of Pomni's arrival to episode 2, the crazy thing is that Ragatha even forgave Pomni for leaving her when Kaufmo beat her up.
There she is. Hope you're doing all right. I know yesterday was a bit of a doozy.
A doozy.
Oh, and don't worry about the whole abandoning me for the exit thing. It's perfectly understandable what you were going through at the time, and there's no hard feelings. You're all good.
Which is honestly very interesting. From what I remember, Kinger and Pomni haven't really interacted that much, only in episode 1 when Kinger's pillow cave got taken away by the Gloinks.
My impenetrable fortress!
You want to come with us to check on Kaufmo?
No, not really. I think Kaufmo's gone insane. Last time I spoke with him, he was rambling endlessly about some exit. Kinda like you, Pomni. You might be going insane too.
Zubul and Pomni got even less of an interaction since the only time they spoke was when Pomni asked how to leave and Jax interrupted.
Well, how do I, leave?
Well, don't freak out about it or anything, but, we don't exactly...
You can't.
What?
Shut up, Jax. But yeah, he's right. Welcome to your new home. And your new body.
Gangle and Pomni, probably none. I can't even remember them speaking to each other, but Jax and Pomni have spoken a bit together. I would honestly say that their interaction is on par with Ragatha's, but their relationship isn't really the most compatible since Jax just literally annoys everyone in the circus. But let's talk about Pomni's potential hidden agenda. We know that she's a jester, and in theory, she can make fun of every single person. Her role might reflect on her whole personality from her life before the circus, which means her being all confused, doubtful, and even questioning everything might just be her whole strategy to make all of the circus members believe in her act so that she can exercise some kind of plan that she has. She might just want some enjoyment from being in the circus, and after realizing that there's no exit, she wanted to be extra careful about her execution of her plan. So what is it that Pomni could be hiding from everyone? Well, that is only something we can see for ourselves in the upcoming episodes. But I could be totally wrong about everything. Pomni arriving in the circus all confused and her questioning everything might just be because she's in a whole new world, actually a cartoon circus, so that probably doesn't make it better. And the one thing that might debunk all of this is when she befriended Gomigu in episode 2.
I'm sure you wouldn't belong any less than me. And I could use a friend.
A friend? You're a strange little character. Suppose I could give it a try.
But there are a few possibilities as to Pomni being a jester. We know that Gooseworks wrote on her Twitter that the show will focus on the character side of stuff, so having a wild plot twist like this could be one of the many future possibilities. So my question to you is, do you think Pomni could hide her true intentions from the circus members? But those were just my theories for Pomni being an untrustful member. Let me know down below what you think of it, and if you have your own theories, or if you want me to cover something in TADC. Thanks for watching, subscribe and click on this video here.